what torture it is. Even in the Middle Ages, people weren't tortured the way I am now. How could my parents have thought of this? They're real monsters. Because they pay me a lot of money to be lazy. Is that funny to you? Not for me, because I've been idle for 5 hours. And I think I've started seeing Bikini Bottom outside my window and SpongeBob chasing jellyfish. Hi, my name is Helga, and I'm a real problem for my parents. So big, in fact, that they decided to pay me money to be lazy. Their patience ran out. When almost all of our luxurious house was covered in poison ivy, which I started growing because I really liked the look of it. And it's fun to have something poisonous and unusual in the house. Spiders and snakes are so common. Almost all my friends have them. I'm the only one who has poison ivy. We had to move out of the house and into a hotel for a few days until the experts destroyed my ivy named Henry. I'm going to miss it as much as I miss my ant farm that I raised 6 months ago. A friend and I had to bet to see who could have the bigger farm, and I managed to win. But I couldn't keep track, and all my ants scattered around the house. Mom was burning brighter than a fire in the fireplace, and Dad called the exterminators, and we had to leave the house for a few hours until my ants were wiped out. Helga, let's make a deal that you will talk about these things with us, Mom said at the time. But you won't allow it. You didn't even let me get a cat for a long time. I went ballistic. Helga, do you remember what you did to Snowflake? Well, I accidentally fed her some constipation medicine. I was a little girl. I mixed it up. And then you washed her with dye shampoo and she was pink for 6 months, my father added. I rolled my eyes and promised that I would ask my parents' permission about it. But of course, I wasn't going to. I mean, if I asked their permission all the time, I would never have jumped out of a parachute. I did land in some trees, though, and hung from their branches for a long time until they found me. My mother was horrified by my prank, and my daddy asked me excitedly if I liked skydiving. But his tone immediately turned serious when he got a slap on the wrist from my mom. I was grounded and put under house arrest. Honestly, there are so many activities in our luxury home, I wouldn't have minded sitting around for a week and staying out of sight. But I quickly got bored of just getting high in the hot tub and watching soap operas. My little soul was desperate for adventure. I didn't see the point in arguing with them, since I've always loved chemistry. I decided to order myself an advanced chemistry set to keep me entertained. It cost $5,000, but it was worth it because there were a lot of cool test tubes inside, all sorts of colorful chemicals, and even a white coat. I tried to study the instructions carefully, but then I blew it off. I'm an advanced chemist. Can't I do it myself? As I was doing my next experiment, I felt like a mad scientist. More like Rick and Morty. But something went wrong. My vial started to foam, and it stunk. And when I threw it on top of the other chemicals, they started floating up in the air. Ah, it's the apocalypse in my room! Well, eventually we had to leave the house again because they were very dangerous chemicals. Plus, I had to get treatment because I'd been inhaling a lot of dangerous fumes. Helga, what did we tell you? My father said sternly. Oh, come on, it was fun, I smiled. But my smile evaporated like a chemical when my parents gave me a serious look. And then the ivy story happened. And I even asked their permission to breed it. Really, I told them I wanted to grow cacti. Okay, Helga, that was the last straw of our patience, Mom shouted out. Are you gonna punish me? I looked down. No, we want to offer you a deal, Dad smiled. You used to complain that we don't give you enough pocket money. Well, yeah, we've decided to fix that. Your mother and I will pay you a lot of money, but you will do absolutely nothing at home. just be lazy and enjoy life. That's what every teenager dreams about, to be paid to do nothing. Of course I said yes, but I didn't expect it to be so hard to sit idle. My parents gave me the money right away, and I immediately spent it on a bunch of board games and video games. But then I got really bored because no one wanted to play with me. My parents were at work, my friends were busy doing their own thing, and I had to sit in my room and look out my window. Well, that's where my story began. It was the 6th hour of my torture, and I was ready to climb the wall of idleness. Books didn't interest me, nor was drawing. Even soap operas were getting boring. So I thought I'd just go for a walk and see how normal people live, who could do whatever they wanted. But my walk ended up with my parents picking me up from the police station in the evening, all because I decided to play laser tag. But I got so pissed off when my team lost, I started smashing up the decorations and threw the opposing team to the floor, pointing laser weapons at them. Even the guards couldn't stop me, but the cops who were called by the club owner could. Mom and Dad paid the fine, and we drove home in total silence. Helga, we're paying you to do nothing. You said I had to be lazy at home. There was no agreement about other places. All right, let's make a deal that you don't do anything crazy outside the house, and we'll double your salary. Wow, I'll get double that? I was so turned on by the money, I immediately said yes, which I regretted the next day. I sat hugging the money and didn't know what to do with it. All I could do was go to the store and buy something boring and uninteresting, and then sit at home and cram pizza into myself, which I couldn't eat anymore. At night, I got so bored that I was like a little kid pestering my parents to make them pay attention to me, but they were always busy. So I hired a tutor to learn Spanish, and that got me involved somehow. I even won my high school Spanish contest thanks to that. But how fun is that? Well, it's totally boring. The rest of the time, I was lying in my room, listening to the crazy ticking of the clock. One night, I couldn't take it anymore and decided to have a party. My parents were away for a couple of days for a business meeting. They probably wouldn't know that there was a party at our house. I quickly got all my friends together, and everything was going well at first. But then 2 guys I knew got into a fight over my friend. They started trashing everything around them. No one but me tried to break them up. Eventually, I got dragged into the fight too, and I was able to punch those 2 jerks in the face. Oh yeah, it gave me an unbelievable buzz and drive. And then I looked around, and I was horrified. We broke some expensive vases. We dropped a painting, and their gilded frame cracked. Somebody set fire to Mom's favorite couch. Oh no, she can forgive the vases, but not the couch. She so loves to rest on it after work. Oh no, I am screwed, I screamed. The guys were kind of embarrassed. They left the party in a hurry. I was hysterical. My parents were supposed to be back tomorrow, and I had to get a new exclusive sofa overnight, which must have been custom made like all the other furniture in our house. I searched for the sofa on the internet. I ran through all the stores that were still open. I went to some thrift store. And you won't believe it, but I found the exact same sofa there for only $20. Except it looked like it had survived the atomic war, the zombie apocalypse, and the end of the world. I want that couch, I told the salesman. Take it, we can arrange delivery. I agreed. But while the couch was being delivered, its leg broke. All right, I'll glue it on somehow. Of course you could see the difference. But if you didn't look closely, you'd think it was our old one. However, the deception was revealed when my mother sat down on her favorite couch. It immediately snapped under her. Mom, are you okay? I asked. Yes, but my favorite couch isn't. Mom looked closely. It's a cheap knockoff. She looked at me sternly and asked what was going on while she and Dad were gone. I tried to blame it on the cat, but Mom didn't believe me, so I had to come clean. Helga, you didn't honor the deal. You're gonna have to pay us back the money we paid you. But I don't have it. Then sell what you bought, and you'll go without pocket money until you pay off your debt. Believe me, it didn't upset me so much. It was the disappointed look on my mother's face. I had upset her so badly, and I was insanely embarrassed. Well, why can't I just sit still? Everyone would be more relaxed, and the couch would be safe, and my mom wouldn't be crying over him and me, and our house would be safer if I'd stopped doing stupid things. Yes, you have to change your life, and I'll start with an apology. I had arranged for a friend to put on a fire show for my parents. However, it didn't go as I had planned. Since the friend was a rookie, he couldn't hold the fire during the rehearsal, and our trees in the yard caught fire. Good thing the fire department came quickly and put it out, and our house wasn't damaged in the incident. Helga, what's going on here? My father asked. I'm sorry, I cried. I just wanted to apologize to you for everything and to promise you that I wouldn't make any more craziness at home. My parents hugged me, and luckily they didn't scold me. After that, I really decided to be lazy anymore. I played video games. I even started reading books out of boredom. And then I got so involved that all day long I just lay on my bed and degraded. I was talking to Snowflake, and I started to feel like it was even talking back to me. Life sucks. It made me want to surf the waves. I wanted to go skydiving again, not to sit at home and do nothing. My parents, noticing this, decided to go out of their way to help me. My dad signed me up for an extreme sports club where I could release my energy. You'd be supervised there. You'd be safe. And you'll be so exhausted you won't have the energy to do anything crazy at home. It was a cool decision, because in the club, I could do the things I really liked. I only had energy left to do my homework. My parents had peace of mind that nothing else would happen to our house, and I was happy that I wasn't upsetting them anymore. Do you like to be lazy, or do you prefer outdoor activities? Write your answers in the comments, rate your likes under the video, and subscribe to the channel.